What my doctor had me do in my third pregnancy after I had 2 pregnancy losses. Little backstory about me. I had a miscarriage, and then 6 months later, I had a chemical pregnancy. And then 7 months after my chemical pregnancy, I was pregnant again, but this time it was a viable pregnancy, and I gave birth to my healthy baby girl in November. Obviously, I am not a doctor and every single person is different. This is strictly just what worked for me in my third pregnancy. What I did right away after my second pregnancy loss, I found a new doctor because I had an absolutely horrible experience with my previous doctor. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a doctor that you fully trust and feel like actually cares. Once I found that doctor, I was fully expecting him to run all these tests and figure out an exact reason why the previous miscarriages happened, which did not happen at all. He told me since my miscarriages were different, one was a miscarriage and one was a chemical pregnancy, that he didn't suggest testing. What he had me do was immediately start taking baby aspirin, continue trying to get pregnant. Once when I got pregnant, he would immediately put me on progesterone. I was not at all happy with this. I wanted some answers, but unfortunately, sometimes miscarriages are just bad luck, which is the most hurtful thing to hear when you are going through that. After I had that appointment with him, I was pregnant the next month. He immediately prescribed me progesterone, which I was taking orally, and I had to go in once a week for blood tests for HCG levels and to watch my progesterone levels. We did initially have a scare. After I started taking the progesterone orally, my progesterone levels dropped, and I started, of course, freaking out. So he then immediately had me start taking the progesterone vaginally and brought me in for an ultrasound. Everything looked great on the ultrasound, and it makes me get kind of emotional because that was the first time we ever heard my baby girl's heartbeat. But whenever I switched to taking the progesterone vaginally, it helped my progesterone levels shoot up to the normal range. I then continued taking the progesterone as well as the baby aspirin, I think my whole first trimester, if I remember correctly, but it worked for me, and now I have a healthy baby girl. If you guys have any more questions about my miscarriages, my pregnancy after loss, please let me know. If you are dealing with something similar, it is so hard, and please know that you are not alone.